What is up, guys? It's whatever here, and we are here with our, I think, week 6 match versus Nate. Um, as you can see, this is not my side. I was doing everything like normal, and I just forgot to hit record. So probably the one thing you need to do to record a video is actually hit record. So, which I'm kind of upset about because, as you'll see, this is a crazy match, and I had some reactions that although probably we'll get to it later, and I'll tell you about it later. But this is very big thank you for Nate for sending us his side. Kind of gives a little bit more insight on his sets too. Real quick, I can go through my team as we get there, but I wanted to start this going quickly. Get it on 1.5 times speed. So looking at his team, I wanted to lead with our Ments, which was a mixed Life Orb attacker, Earthquake, Draco, Hurricane, and Roost. Max speed because he didn't bring a Palafin. And I thought that was cool because, no Palafin. He also didn't bring Lando, which goes into effect for two of my other Mons. Monkey Dory has an Adrenaline Orb, and that was to outspeed the Scarf Lando. If I, nasty plot up on something, then I can, if he comes with the Scarf Lando, I get to the +1 speed and I can just kill it. So yeah, that was something. And then King Gambit is also Defiant. I'm also a bulky King Gambit, so like Sub, Brick Break, Sucker Punch, and Iron Head. Yeah, it was just there to be a little bulky and a little annoying. But we do lead our Ments here, and we're just going to go for the Earthquake right off the bat. There's no need to mess around because his Earthquake resist was the Bramble and the Hydreigon, both of which I pressure with a Draco coming out next turn. We are max special attack too, so we can do a lot of damage to anything we wanted to. But yeah, we just go ahead and go for the Earthquake here. Looking at it, he didn't bring Palafin, and he didn't bring Lando. The Bramble was a little interesting to me because I felt like he also had Galar Weezing, which I thought did a better job at the Rillaboom check kind of thing, like in this game. So I was a little bit of a kind of a weird set just to beat that. I was SD Glide, Worry Seed, and High Horsepower to get rid of that. Get rid of that Levitate possibility. So yeah, so he goes into his Dondozo here, and at this point I'm like, okay, well he's gonna have like Ice Fang or something, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go in Vaporeon, and then we can always Scald maybe or Double Out. We'll see, because Dondozo is a very big kind of a trap in like momentum. It sucks out the momentum, but so does Vaporeon, and I am not packing our flip turn here. So I'm just going to see that I get yawned. I don't want to go to sleep. So I'm going to switch out to, I believe, I go right back out into the Ments, I think, because I wanted to keep the pressure on. Yeah, but looking at his team now, the Conkeldurr looks very scary. And he goes into it right here. Yes, I do keep the pressure on with that Ments, because I was like, you're not clicking Avalanche here. And boom, we see that he comes back out. Also with the coming in here, he's going to get burned. And now I get to get a free Hurricane off here. And this is phenomenal. The reason why is because if he wants to go into Bramble Gas, that's fine if he gets the Wind Rider. I just see that he wasn't Wind Rider, he was actually Infiltrator. Interesting. So we had a bit more free than I would have liked. But yeah, we're just going to go for the Hurricane, and we're going to miss. And this is going to be huge. Huge, because at this point, I was like, that Hurricane would do 60 to 70%, I think, based on the fact of he's Fizz Def. So we're going to do the same play, though. We're going to do the same play. Go back out into Vaporeon. I'm assuming you Ice move here. Nope, he yawns again. So I was like, okay, maybe he doesn't have Ice move. So I was like, this is interesting. I'm going to go right back out into the Kill Bill. The Salamence. Ments. And he protects here. So I'm like, okay, like, I'm thinking maybe you're a Curse set. Like, Curse, Yawn, Protect with Body Press. I thought that might have been a possibility. But then because he has not yet clicked an ice move. So I was like, okay, I can just go for it here. So I just drop a Draco. Because again, I don't know about that Bramblegast and if it's Windrider or not. So I wanted to get guaranteed damage off on something, and he just kills me back. Boom, dead zo. So yeah, if that Hurricane hit, that would have been amazing, and we'd have probably gotten a better position and killed this Dondozo here and still had our Salamence for later. But it's fine. It's fine. We got big chip on this thing. This thing was something that was stopping a Kingambit a little bit later. Also kind of stops the Vaporeon because you could yawn me, get me put to sleep. So we're going to go into our Monkey Dory here. And we're going to go ahead and I believe we just Psyshock, right? I think we Psyshock. Or Psychic, I believe. Ooh, that would have been bad if he just quit the battle right then and there. But yeah, so we go ahead and just Psychic here because I wanted to just get a little bit of damage regardless on this thing. And I assumed that his Heatran was going to be his... Oh no, I Sludge Wave! Just kidding, I Sludge Waved, I'm so smart. But that was probably in my thing, I was going between Psychic and Sludge Wave. We're going to go hard out into our Dodun as he drops a Draco. Ooh, we live that, but that means we live a second one as well. So, with that information, I believe we just Roost here. Trying to keep it healthy as possible because of the fact this is our only Spadef wall that we have on our team since we had our Vaporeon be a little bit more Fizdef, and I don't want Kingambit really taking damage. So, he's going to go out into the Brambleghast here. And I'm like, that's fine. You know, maybe predicting a Glare, that's definitely fine, or like a Body Slam. And here he's kind of thinking about what he wants to do. And he goes into the Conk. And this is a great play because I'm switching out here. And this is going to catch me so off guard. And he's going to get in his Breaker for free here. As you can tell, I'm contemplating a lot. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? He goes into it. And I go into Kingambit. I go into my Kingambit. So he gets a free Facade. Because I am not staying in here. Even if I'm Chople, I have a chance to dive to Drain Punch. Which is insane. So he goes for the Facade here, which is an amazing play. Because I am going to switch out in case he has Mach Punch. Because that's what I'm thinking about here. Because I'm like, well, fuck, do I go for Sucker Punch? You know, trying to get at least a little bit of chip on this thing, because then the burn damage will do a little bit more. And I'm like, well, shit, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So I go into my Munkidori, is what I end up actually doing, predicting the fighting move. Because by the calc, I would live a Mach Punch into a Mach Punch type thing. However, this is probably not the play. Not the play. Because then I could have came in and revenged this thing. Which is, now I'm freaking out. I do the OG Albina special. GG. I lost. Because if this thing has Mach Punch, I lose. There's nothing I could do. It KOs my Kingambit. Rillaboom can't really touch it. It's, you know, Glide isn't doing a whole lot because I'm not banded and I'm set up. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go Vaporeon. And I'm going to Scald. I'm going to get chip on this thing. And, you know, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to kind of go for it. Just kind of, I think I could live one. I know I could live one because I'm a Vaporeon. So I'm going to protect here, see what he wants to go for. And he goes for a knockoff. And I'm thinking, okay. Maybe I can, you know, Wish Protect, kind of stall a little bit with that burn damage. But, like, I'm looking at the calcs at this point, and I'm like, I just don't take two. You know, if he knocks me off, or if he Facades twice, or if he Drain Punches, that's bad for me. So I wanted as much damage off on this thing as possible. So we went for the Scald. He goes for the knockoff. And I'm going to go for the Protect here. And he goes for bulk up. We're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked. My chance here is to kill this thing with a Scald. He lives on 1. He lives on 1. I didn't even know it was exactly 1. That's so crazy, infuriating for me, because now I lose. I lose. He's at +1. I don't kill him with anything. He's at +1. I lose. I lose from here. I get 6-0'd. 6-0'd by this Conk. Especially because his Drain Punch is going to heal back more than I'm going to be able to do to him. I'm looking at the counts here for Rillaboom and Grassy Glide because I'm not max attack. I'm a little bit bulkier to set up. So I don't kill. And I'm like, okay, well, I know he's not Mach Punch. So I have to go for this Iron Head Flinch. And we get it. And we get it, and he was at the exact HP that needed for him to die. Which is, oh, I'm sorry. I think that was very rough, because that was a 6-0 that he earned. He totally predicted me. He read my switch. He read what I was doing. And like a book, he fucking closed that shit on me and put me in such a bad position immediately. So at this point, I'm down, Monkey Dory, Vaporeon, and Mence. So it's a 3v5. And so I'm like, okay, well shit, I don't know, I don't think I could win this anymore, so I'm just going to go for Diff. Looks like he's going to go for a Magma Storm here. And we're going to go into our Dunsparce, because it's our Spadef wall. So this is just going to be our way to do, damage this thing. We also have Earthquake. And he's going to Magma Storm and miss. Now that miss is also unfortunate, because that is more hacks in my favor. Goes for the Magma Storm here, as I go for a Body Slam. Now, on my side, I'm like, why'd you stay in? And we get the Para, by the way. And we're not Serene Grace, too. So it is 30% for sure. But anyways, I was like, why'd you stay in? I could definitely have Earthquake. But knowing on his side, he was Focus Sash, so he wasn't afraid of that. So it looks like he's probably debating whether or not to let this thing go down. And I'm debating whether I should, go bait the miss with Magma Storm, or just, with like a Roost Stall, or go for the kill. So I'm just going to go for the kill. And he's paralyzed. It was like a 90 to 100 type of roll, because I was like very little attack. I think I had 12. And based on like that, yeah, I paralyzed him after getting a full para. It's a full para. But yeah, I feel bad, but like I couldn't really control it. But again, this is just allowing me into this game even more. Now we're just gonna Earthquake. We're gonna kill this thing so we can stop the what do you call it? The Magma Storm. The chip damage. We're gonna get a little bit of leftovers back. We're gonna be at half now. Now let's see. Okay. So I remember now he went into Hoopa, and I'm like, oh shit. Do I Glare? Do I Roost? I am like, okay, I think I Roost here, because in my mind, he would probably Terra at this point. Nope. He goes for the sub, which is, I'm so glad that that I didn't, because I wouldn't have been able to Glare it. So he goes for the Nasty Plot, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna Earthquake, because I can't hit you until you Terra. Plus, at least with Body Slam. Plus, you have very piss weak Biz Def anyway, so it's totally fine if I just do that. So I'm going to go for the Earthquake, and I just go for the Earthquake again. I am, again, in a very lose-lose situation. This thing, if it has Focus Blast, will kill me. So yeah, so I don't know his set yet, because I know he's sub Nasty Plot, so I'm thinking he maybe like Shadow Ball plus Focus Blast, because I'm the only thing that you need to hit, really. But he just Terras here. So he goes into Terra Fairy, and he's just going to Terra Blast. Now this is going to do not 100%, but it's going to be a chunk, because it is Life Orb. And I'm assuming it's a lot of attack, or special attack too. Because that does 98% to a Dunsparce. Like, that's insane. Like, insane. So again, same thing. I just go for the Earthquake. And yeah, so we just go for the Earthquake. I don't know if he's gonna try to kill me here. Yeah, so he just killed me. And now I'm like, okay, let's think here. We can go Rillaboom, and we can just Grassy Glide this thing. Or we have King Gambit. That's the only thing that's left. One or the other. So we go Rillaboom. We're gonna go ahead and Grassy Glide because he doesn't really have anything that wants to switch in. Now, the what do you call it? The Bramble is what I was expecting to come in, but it didn't. And so I was like, okay, this is fine, because he just saxed on Dozo here. I just go for the Glide. If I went for an SD, it would have been a lot better. A lot better for me, at least. But we're going to go for our Glide, and we're going to pick up our KO. I don't know his Bramble spread if he was Fizz Def or not. But, you know, the fact that I could have been knockoff was probably what was stopping him from using it as its check. But he's just going to go into the Hydra here. So we're going to go, and we're going to think here. We're like, okay, well, Draco definitely kills if he specs. And I don't know what his set is yet, because all we did was, like, get U-turned on. So I couldn't really tell the damage, because he, you know, Fizz attacker on special attacker like Hydra. So we're just going to switch out here. We are a little bit Spadef, and we're going to take that U-turn. And it's going to do nothing. Let's go, King Gambit. Again, if I was Supreme Overlord here, this would have been amazing. Amazing, because I would have gotten the drops, or not the drops, the attack boost. Then he's gonna go into his Hoopa here, and I believe, yeah, he goes into his Hoopa, because I was stressing. I was like, okay, he has to have Focus Blast, because the Dunsparce can Gambit. So I'm like, oh, he just clicked Terra Blast just because, you know, it didn't have a chance to miss, and it looked probably like a kill or a roll to kill on my Dodon. So I was like, okay, he's going to go for Focus Blast here, right? Well, no. I believe he just goes for a sub. And we Sucker Punch here, because we are about that life. We're like, okay, you know, it kills this range. It's still got 50 base defense, so it's going to be weak, even if it's resisted. You know, nothing we could do about that. But I am just stressing, because I also want to sub. I'm like, oh, dude, I just need to go for the damage. Didn't work. Goes for the sub. Doesn't have enough HP, but now because of this grassy terrain, he has enough. So he's going to go for the sub here. And I'm also going to go for the sub. Or no. I think he Terra Blasts. Oh gosh. Does he? I can't remember now. This is all like yesterday, so I can't remember too well. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, if he's gonna sub, I'm gonna sub. He's gonna Terra Blast here. Do about 50%. That kind of chewed for a Life Orb Hoopa. Yes, that's right. So I do go for the sub. Oh, okay. So yeah, at this point, like I'm like, oh shit. What do I do? And I'm like, okay, well, I get the free attack off here. Or I can go for the Sucker Punch. Because, again, with that Life Orb damage, I don't know if he was enough to make a sub or not. So I was like, okay, I can't let him get a sub up and keep it up. So I'm going to go for the Iron Head. Safest play. I only have, what is it? I have Iron Head, Sucker Punch, Brick Break. So I can't really touch that Bramble Gas. Yeah, that thing just kind of just walls me, unless he attacks. So like a Leech Seed would be really, really strong against me. So now we're just going to go for the Sucker Punch, because there's no reason. I'm just going to be getting a little bit more health back, because I am leftovers. I'm a little bulky. If he wants to kind of try to stall this stuff out. But he's Life Orb too, so I can't really imagine him trying to do too much. So he just goes ahead and lets us go down. It was probably a 50-50 on what was trying to go down, because like Sucker Punch is a stupid move, and it kind of just puts you in those 50-50s all the time. Then he goes into his Hydreigon here, and I see that I don't kill with Sucker Punch, which I thought was crazy, because, you know, I just figured Hydra's weak because it's a very strong attacker, but no, this thing's got a pretty good bulk, and since it's resisted, it's going to do only about 20%, and that's definitely higher than 20%. So we're just going to go for an Iron Head here. Also, an Iron Head into a Sucker Punch would always guarantee kill, so I thought that was like, oh, perfect, we are good here. So we're going to go for that. Now again, there's been a lot of hacks that went in my favor to get me into this position right here. I got the Iron Head flinch, the Magma Storm miss, and this crit right here. I don't know if this crit mattered, but it definitely put him out of outplay potential. Especially considering his Bramble moveset, he can't touch me. He would have to spikes up, etc. And Nightshade wasn't going to be doing enough. So I'm just going to go for the kill here with Iron Head, because I didn't know if he was attacking or not. And because of that damage, I know I could live another. I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch, try to get this KO, and I do. And that is going to be it for our Week 6 game versus Nate. Really, really crazy game in general. I went through all the emotions. I wish I recorded it all. It was such a good one. But that is going to be it for us, and we will see you guys next week. Peace.